I'm Asha, I'm the founder and director. NOMAD stands for Nations of Migration Awakening the Diaspora. NOMAD never had a space. I don't know if people know what NOMAD means. NOMAD is like a people that move quite a lot to different spaces, and we were actually that. We moved to different places. We never were set in a building. We did so much work outside of Harrow that we never had a home.
My name is Ismail Mohammed. I'm a program manager for NOMAD. I started off the age of 14 being a participant of Mustaqbal, which was a project before NOMAD was established as a charity organisation.
When NOMAD first started, it wasn't called NOMAD. It was called Mustaqbal. It's an Arabic word. I can't remember what it means.
Future. It means future.
Like future. Is that it?
Yeah, so it means future, but we just always thought young people are the future of tomorrow, so that's why we named it Future.
Yeah, but it started when I was like born. The day I was born, it also started. So I shared a birthday with the company basically.
Growing up, I stuck with Mustaqbal to the point where we dreamt about having our own charity organisation and having our own CAF. Because of the exposure that we had with refugee youth and a variety of different other charity organisations, it became a reality in 2016. I was told by the founding members of Mustaqbal and NOMAD that we've got the charity number and that we've become a charity organisation in 2016.
A few of us lived in Harrow and really wanted to make some change within our community, but we didn't know how to and stuff. And then we got involved in another organisation based in South London, which really inspired us. How do I describe it? I sat in a meeting waiting for a manager to interview me, and then there was like 30 people around the table, and I kept saying, why is this manager so late? And then halfway through, while I was waiting, I realised everybody that was sitting around the table was the people that were interviewing me for this placement that I had to do for uni. And I was like, oh my God, there's so much like the community control the narrative and share power, and they're the ones that are creating the environment. And I was like, this is what we want to recreate in Harrow.
It was really interesting because majority of the times I never knew that as a young person that you could have a voice to change the social norm around you as well.
We wanted young people to take back the power. We wanted to take back the power because we realised how much power that we have, and collectively, if we work together, things can change. And if every young individual sees how much power that they have, that potentially it can change your life and stuff. So I was that young person. I came from a community and I came from a refugee background where you're always taking care of your family rather than being young.
So it was one of the things that kind of like led me to be more involved with it, because everything was pretty much quite free. It was accessible. It was, you had youth workers that didn't seem like they were youth workers. I looked at them as an older brother or as an older sister rather than looking at them as somebody who has authority over me, just an older brother or older sister that can advise me and tell me information which can help me.
So the first time I met Asha, which is like straight till today, we're still the same. So someone just like approachable, welcoming, and also just like very open, and she's always been supportive, whether it's about NOMAD or whether it's about my personal life. But obviously I don't have sisters, so obviously she was like sort of like the older sister, so I always used to go to her with like relationship advices, or if it's about girls, or it could be about anything, to be honest, but anything to do with like when I needed that sisterly advice, so I've always gone to Asha.
In 2019, we were like, wow, we've done such inspirational stuff around the country, nationally. We worked with different places like BFI and different, but we said, how about we bring that vibrancy back locally? Because we just didn't realise how much there was not things available in Harrow. Even though we worked with people in Harrow, we took them out of Harrow, that our area didn't actually change. So from 2019, we spent a lot of time securing this building and working with the council, getting the support from our funders, because they really believe in how we work. We don't work for people, we work with people.
It was the fact that everyone was welcoming and nobody really discriminated nor made me feel like I was an outcast.
I love to speak with Ishma about problems I have, because I don't trust only him, I trust only him.
I felt like I belonged here. Like they actually cared about how I felt and who I was as a person, not necessarily as for example at school as a student, or I don't know if I was working as an employee. They actually cared about who I was actually, they cared about Amal.
when you're with people, you're seeing them grow, and it's nice to know that there's other people that know what you're going through as well. Because when I was younger, like Mustaqbal was just like growing as I was growing. So everything they were doing, it was all new to them and new to me. So all the dinners that we had together, like the desserts that we made, like all the cooking, and then now with NOMAD, like all the trips and everything, it's fun. And it doesn't make me so like depressed, because I have my exams coming up and all I hear is GCSEs, but when I come here, it's not about my GCSEs, it's about me. Like they actually care about who I am as a person, not that my exam scores or my grading. Like they know that I'm a person too, and they want to do fun things with me, and they actually like value me as a person.
And to be honest, like it's like my second home. I can be myself, I can make jokes, I can laugh, have a laugh, and things like my brother as well, Ish, which I can talk to him about my personal issues and whatnot.
And a lot of the work that we do, we support young people to navigate that, but also to be able to feel happy and have those experiences that are human and that kind of connects them back to themselves. And sometimes what happens is they build the confidence, the enough strength to say, hey, I'm going to go and study this. I'm going to go and do this now for real. And we've had a lot of people do that, and sometimes it's just that seed and the opportunity provided to people. But also what is important is we provide training and we connect people.
For me, it's just a very interactive space, so it kind of removes all this social anxiety, and it kind of builds up a lot of confidence to talk to other people. And one thing that I used to be very scared of presentations and stuff, so I used to try contribute with more workshops towards like presenting, and now I am very comfortable presenting as like I do my own workshops, and I'm very keen to talk to anyone.
I think it's 2019 that they started a podcast. It was called Say More. During 2020, like during COVID times, we used to do it on Zoom calls because obviously we couldn't be in person. But that podcast really it just gave you a different perspective of everything, because there were so many other people and like it was a different age range. And I was obviously then I was 12 and everyone else was 19, 18 that was doing it with me. So obviously I didn't have that old perspective, but then I did, and it just it gave me more confidence in life.
It helps you to self-develop yourself as a person, for one. Having the moral standard, the ethics, it helps you with people skills. It helps you with just finding a social group that is very healthy in so many different ways. It's quite refreshing to have a space and a place where you can go to where you're no longer involved in that toxic environment or around those toxic kind of characteristics or behaviors, as you can say. From the time of when Mustaqbal started to the time where right now NOMAD is, the moral standards haven't changed, to be honest with you. Fun, food, friendship, just having that in itself, it kind of brings people together as one. And it even helps to the point where you can transfer everything that you learn within just being social in certain places. You can transfer that into your work style as well. You can transfer that into academic as well. There's a lot of things that you can transfer that at the time it might not seem like it's transferable skills or transferable knowledge that you can take within you, but it is.
You're kind of somewhat single-minded, and not that you care about yourself, but you're more wary about your your abouts and stuff, and somewhat single-minded, this person could be having it in for me, this person could have it in for me, and I do tend to get angry quickly, but Ish has taught me everyone has a life story. You can't always seem to get upset or be angry at people because you don't know what they're dealing with. So I do take it into consideration outside, and I do I'm now I don't get angry a lot nowadays, but I do take it into consideration because there is some people here that are autistic, that've got ADHD, because to be honest, not that I didn't care about it, but I wasn't aware about it before. So sometimes you gotta talk to them differently, or sometimes the aftermath of a consequence can come out differently. Do you get? You kind of have to think before you do things.
The main thing that I can say is it really took me out of my comfort zone in terms of, because like I said, I'm not really a social guy. I don't like speaking to new people, I don't like being around new people. But NOMAD really helped me break that barrier down. Now I can just go up to a random person and have a 20-minute conversation about something I don't even care about. But just seeing them happy is making me a bit more happier. And even now, like what I do for work, this has helped me a lot because. And now what I do for work is I do door-to-door sales, if that makes sense. So I'm used to, already from here, I'm used to speaking to people and getting to know their story and relating to them.
Young people are not demons, and the way the media sometimes and society portrays it is dehumanize them. And if they were in a room like Nomad or in a space where people get to connect and have real conversations, maybe it will change that perspective. I would say also the love that people have for each other because of the safe space that we created, the love and the kindness and the cooking and the eating together. And one of the things that always wows me, we're from all cultures, all religions, and when you walk in, it's like you feel like you're part of something. You're part of something bigger, you belong.
I was a kid that was always closed up. However, when I came to Nomad, I felt like I could express myself where I don't have to be putting on a barrier to protect myself, which is not me being a facade, where I was genuinely myself as a human. I felt like I could tell my problems, my pain, and they will always have my back regardless, and they will help me out through my tough times and my positive moments in life.
What I think it brings to the community is that this Nomad talks about a lot of topics. For example, more recently, knife crime. So it brings a lot of important topics to discussion and how it's affecting the community in the area. And also on other things that we discuss as well, is like maybe poetry and stuff like that. It widens the horizon for a lot of people that come here, and also it talks about serious issues in the same aspect as well.
Well, Nomad love to tackle one problem at a time. So first was to create a safe place for young people such as us to come to a place instead of being in the streets. And what we did from the time I was there is that we stood against knife crime from the day we started. We organized sessions where the community came together and came for solutions, because that's what Nomad likes to do.
To be fair, in the community, I would like to see more stuff like this that tackle the issues, that help people, helps community. And from what I've seen from here, it helps communities, like a family environment kind of, in a sense.
Asha, she's very welcoming. And in all honesty, my first time when I came in, it threw me off. Because see, people in London were not really very nice and welcoming and everything like that. She's like a second mum, if that makes sense. Like, she's very caring. She'll go out her way to make sure everything's okay. And it's basically the same with Ish. She's like an older brother, if that makes sense. He relates to some of the younger guys and some of the guys around my age, because he's lived through what we've lived through, and he knows all like what's going on basically. So I feel like on that aspect, it's like a family here.
Nomad is a place where it's a place where you can call second home. Honestly, it's a place where you can call a second family, because even though some people might end up just being there for a short period of time, and because of life journey you end up going somewhere else, you still have that contact, you still have those connections, and it's never lost. It's never gone in any type of way whatsoever. So it sticks with you, and I feel like I've learned in the previous years a lot. I've learned a lot, to be honest with you, in the previous years that I've been involved with Nomad and Mustaqbal, and it's been more than 10 years now. So I'm kind of grateful for that.
To me, they're actually my relatives, but obviously they're like, this is my best friend. I'll tell you that for free. Before she had her son, my BFF, but then she had her son, she decided to leave me. But it's okay, because I did not leave her. Yeah, I'll tell you that for free. They're like, I was at your house almost every Friday at this point. No, but they're great people. The way they built everything, like from scratch as well, and from such a young age, it's just encouraging, it's empowering actually. Because firstly, look at Ashadi, she's, how old are you now? Like, you're only hitting your 30s at this point, yeah? It's alright. Let's just not. I mean, you guys are young anyways, like you guys are just in your mid-30s at this point. You're mid-30 woman of colour in a hijab that actually works in something that is successful. And that's not very common, but now it is now common, yeah.